Part 5, The Search for Extraterrestrial Life, and 2 Unexplained Encounters. Part 5, SETI and NASA. Remember, the purpose of our podcast is to have you investigate for yourselves after About Space provides you the information. There are 2 encounters I would like to bring to your attention today. And you're probably familiar with the July 1947 crash that many believe was a flying saucer. About 75 miles from the town of Roswell, New Mexico, a rancher named Mac Brazel found something unusual in his sheep pasture. A mess of metallic sticks held together with tape, chunks of plastic and foil reflectors, and scraps of heavy, glossy paper-like material. Unable to identify the strange objects, Brazel called the sheriff of Roswell. The sheriff in turn called officials at the nearby Roswell Army Air Force Base. Soldiers fanned out across Brazel's field, gathering the mysterious debris and whisking it away in armored trucks, never to be seen again by the public. An interview with Roswell's funeral director as he describes the aliens next on About Space today. Welcome back. W. Glenn Davis remembers all too well that the crash was not any type of aircraft. As the Roswell funeral director, he had access to the base and saw some of the debris and describes the bodies of the dead aliens.
Well, the ears, like I think I stated to you, that the ears, there was a couple of small orifices, one on top of the other, with 2 little lobe flaps, one over the other. They didn't really know how those, if they had any significance, how they worked or what. It wasn't, they didn't go into that. The nose was only a couple of very small orifices, holes right there, just above the lip line. But it had, there wasn't anything covering it. And it was just like 2 small indentations there, and that was it.
The following day after the crash, he had lunch with a friend, a nurse that held the rank of lieutenant. Here is an excerpt of his story.
Just a light lunch, but she was so upset. She looked like she was, in shock, is what she really talked like and looked like. And she said, I said, well, I was just curious. The only reason I want to talk to you, I was curious on what happened. And she said, well, you won't believe it. And she says, I don't believe it either. But she said, I got in a lot of trouble on this thing. I'm not real sure about this, but she said, then she pulled out of a little purse or little pocketbook, whatever she had there. She gave me a little diagram that she had drawn some figures of some arms and face and so on. She told me that this is what, what was in those, that it was a crash. Wasn't an airplane, but they didn't know what it was at that time. Yeah, but she said we have 3 bodies. There was 3 bodies. She said 2 of them were very mutilated. One looked like it might have walked out, or that it, might have lived a little while. And she explained they were like 3.5 feet to 4 feet tall. The 2 of the bodies were you couldn't identify much because they were practically destroyed, and it looked like maybe that they might have been a predatory animal or something might have been doing some damage on the bodies too.
Glenn Davis, Roswell, New Mexico, funeral director. So, what do you believe happened on a ranch in 1947? Join me next Tuesday as About Space answers your questions about alien abductions. I'll share 2 unexplained cases.